have 27 years of service as a package car driver in the Nassau facility. A lot of contract fixing needs to be done. I'm very, very, very inclined, locked in on the pension, making sure that we can, as far as what I'm concerned, is fix the accrual rate. I do believe that the accrual rate needs to be changed so that everyone gets the same amount, a dollar amount, which currently we don't. We do have a big issue in the local with the non-existent amount of language in the 22.4 language in our supplement. That needs to be fixed and applied to where these members get some true rights. The previous administration did put some stuff in there, but nowhere near enough. And we need to really lock in on a lot of the stuff that we've been doing here lately and addressing, whether it be working the holidays and, when they're coming up for the 22.4 drivers and regular drivers, schedule days off. That's a big issue as far as I'm concerned, because that's a big contributor to the pension fund. And just the basic scenario of seniority in this local. Unions were built on seniority, and seniority is seniority. I don't care who you are. Every single one of us here are a Teamster. And seniority should be prevailed at the bitter end. But I've been a shop steward and an alternate shop steward pretty much 20 plus years. I started being a shop steward early, I'd say 1998. When I became a shop steward, and I started in 1994 as with the company. And I've just been a person who learned a lot. I had a lot of good teachers. They put the basics in me, and I helped. What most stewards should do is go ahead and give that same teaching to the members and apply it. And that's been my goal. I was taught by a gentleman, a couple of gentlemen, Howie Redmond, Bill Bewlett, Tony McGreeny, Angelo Garello. All of those guys helped me. Tony Donato also. All of those guys helped me in some form or fashion in my growth. It taught me that you don't win every battle, and this is a long-term fight here. Don't think that just because you lose a battle now that the war is over. You have to continue to fight. You learn from your lessons, and you keep moving forward. And they were very monumental. And that's the goal now, is to teach the younger generation, because now I'm an old man. That's the goal now, is to go ahead and cultivate those next ones who don't even know that they have that passion in them. And they do. They just have to be aligned. And now, growing and understanding, everyone has a different format of how they do things. But if you can go ahead and strike a nerve and let them put their mix in with what you can teach them, you'll have a hell of a Teamster at some point in time for the next generation. I think dignity and respect on all sides. Everybody gets heated, but dignity and respect must be followed for this job to be done fairly, so you're not taking any extra nonsense home or carrying on through the day. In the buildings, I do believe that we need to do a better job on the driver's side of bidding routes properly and making sure that that's done properly. Days off. Members first means exactly what it says. It's all about the members. It's not about any one person that I'm running with. It's never about me. It's about making sure that every member is protected and feel like their issues are being addressed. I think one of the key parts of that is just getting back to a member. A lot of times you may not have the answer right then and there, but you have to get back to the member and let them know what's going on. And that's all they really care about. Just make them feel like someone whose issues are being addressed. And that's what we will do as a group collectively. And if they don't, please hold us accountable. Everyone needs to be held accountable. The company holds you accountable, hold us accountable. This job, as far as taking this job home, this is a 24-hour job 7 days a week. You take the job home, you wake up to the job, you go on vacations with the job. It's just a part of the job. If it's in you, it doesn't matter. You address the issues and you keep going. You really have to act as if it's just a normal part of your life, you know. And I guess at some point in time, and like the guys of the past, you do it until that end, and then you just shut it off. You just reapply and go to the next thing. But when you're locked in and engaged, you're in. And if you're not, you should just get out. The things have changed within the past 10 years. Social media has become a monster, and there's a lot of self-promoting going on out there. And where the way I was raised through this union stuff is that, your actions spoke for your words, not social media, not your friends and your buddies or your likes on Facebook. It's just about getting the job done. And that's what it's all about. But, that part of this whole unionism has changed. And, it becomes now that if you're not for them, you're against them. And we need to find a common ground to agree to disagree, but to work for the 8,000 members that we have at Local 804 to fix every issue that we got. We could definitely bring back the toughness of Local 804. I remember I went to a conference in Florida, and I had my Local 804 T-shirt on. It was the summertime, and other locals saw, what local I was from, and they was like, "Oh my God, we wish we were from 804. We wish we had what you guys had." I believe we could have that. Do we have that currently? We have the talk of it, but are we getting those same results? Absolutely not. It's unfortunate, but I know we can get it back. And I tell you what, one thing that I believe is going to have to be done is these alliances and ill fighting that we have amongst these slates and whoever's running. We really need to stop letting our feelings get involved and work with each other and fix this local so that we can leave this in place for the next generation. And that's the most important thing to me. I'm sure a lot of people who work with me probably could see me as one or two ways. If they know me for a long time, straight shooter, don't take bullshit. We'll get aggressive, unfortunately, at times. But that's just the way that I am. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I'll tell you that I'm wrong, and I'll learn from it. I found out now that I learn more from a guy with 1 year than I can somebody who's been right beside me the whole time, because he's kind of locked in his ways, and I'm learning still from these younger guys. So school is still in, as far as I'm concerned, for me. It's a learning process, and I will continue to do that. Right now, I sit as an alternate steward again, and I am very active in the center. And I'm learning, like I said, from these young guys. The young guys of today's world are very, very vocal. And I can't say that all don't know the contract, but at least they have that fight in them. So I can only imagine what type of monsters these guys could be if they learn the contract and apply the contract in the right way with the right backing behind them. And that's probably the biggest thing that these guys need, is the support, to know that the union has their back 100%. That is the goal, to bring back what I had when I started, is the feeling to know that I don't care, wrong, right, or indifference, is that the executive board had my back. I am available. Whatever means that we have of communicating, you guys, please come to us, ask the question. Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, email. The ones who have my phone number, and the ones who have my phone number and probably hang up during the course of the day. I'm here. I'm an open book. My name is Jonathan Guest. I'm looking for your support and looking for you to vote for Members First.